Alright, so today we're going to be running through the SFMA protocol for young athlete Chris Buckland. I mean, fake name.
Fake name.
John Doe.
Yeah.
Alright, so first, can I have you try to touch your chin to your chest? Alright, so we can't do that, so I'd mark that as dysfunctional. Was that painful? Alright, so he's dysfunctional, but non-painful. Next, I'd have him go through extension, so I get you tilt your head back as far as you can go. Good. He can get his eyes between 90 degrees of the ceiling, making him functional. Was that painful? Beautiful. Alright, next one I have you look and face to your right. You can get full 45 degrees, which is good. Get you to turn to your left. And I'm also looking to make sure you can go the same distance to each side. Can you get you to the right one more time? And he's equal bilateral each direction. So, was that painful? Beautiful. Alright. So again, I need you to face the other direction for me. And I'm going to have you take your right hand and try to touch the bottom of your scapula, coming down, up and like down and around. Try to touch the bottom of the scapula. There you go. Is that painful? No. Alright, and can you do the other side? Good. And not painful on that side either? So there he's functional and non-painful. I need you to come up and over your head and try to touch the top portion of the opposite scapula. Alright, you can do that, so he's functional. Is that painful? Nope. Good. And the other side? And is that painful? Nope. Beautiful. Alright, you can relax. Now I'm going to have you turn and face over that direction. There you go. So for this next portion, we're going to have him try to bend over and touch his toes. Before you do so, make sure your feet are no more than about 3 inches apart. There you go. And bend over and touch your toes. Alright, is that painful? No. Alright, cool. Stand up. So there he is functional and non-painful again. For the next exercise that we'll be testing, he will be doing a back extension. So it can get you to lean as far back as possible without losing your balance trying to look up at the ceiling. With your hands over your head. I apologize. Relax. Is that painful? That's non-painful. He is functional because he's able to get his shoulder blades over his heels and his hips out in front of his toes. For the next exercise, I'll have him in a rotation, multi-segmented rotation. So get you to face the windows again for me. Yep. I'm gonna have you turn a little more. Right there. That would go with the camera. All right. So gonna have you keep your feet still and rotate to your right as far as you can. Hands on your hips. Sorry. There you go. All right. And other side. And was that painful? Good. So that means he's functional, non-painful because he's able to rotate in a full direction and he's able to get his chest equal to his hips. For this next exercise, and he's also equal bilateral. For this next exercise, can you turn around? All right, you're going to have your hands on your hips and you're going to hold your knee at a 90-degree angle up in the air. You're going to balance just like that for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, relax. Is that painful? So he's functional and non-painful for that. And the other side for me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Was that painful? So he's functional, non-painful for that as well. Now, I'm going to take a step back so they can see your feet real quick. And I'm going to have you go into a deep squat. You're going to have your hands over your head. You're going to try to touch your butt to your heels.
Oh, wow. Okay.
As deep as you can go.
Okay.
Is that as deep as you can go?
Yeah.
Alright, and then I'll have you face that direction and do it one more time for the camera, please. So arms overhead. And come up. Good. So for that, he is functional. And was that painful? Alright, cool. So from all this, we know that he is dysfunctional with his cervical flexion, but he's non-painful. So we will go down that road when we branch out. So following that, we will have the patient lie supine or lying face up on the table. So can I get you to lay down on the table over here with your head on this side? Sorry. Yeah. All right. From here, Ask you to try to touch your chin to your chest for me. As you can see, he's much closer, but he's still not quite there. Go ahead and relax. So from there, as a clinician, I would then assist with passive range of motion for flexion. So I'm going to place the camera over here. And I'm going to move him through the motion of passive range of motion. So you can actually scoot your head to the edge of the table for me. There you go. And go ahead and relax. Make your head nice and heavy, nice and heavy. Relax. There you go. And we're trying to touch his chin to his chest. And as we can see, he's got full range of motion. He's able to touch it to his sternum, making him functional. This just means that he is tight in his erectors of his neck. And with that, we would use some kind of massage or soft tissue mobilization to loosen that up and allow him to get full range of motion in the future.